After scattering the people, God distinguished and chose a man through whom his chosen nation will arise. This man, chosen for the special purpose of God, is Abraham.
What about the unbelievers? Did God give up on them?
Me, don't worry.
No, God's plan was to raise the faithful people strong and then use them to help change the hearts of the unbelievers.
Listen to God.
Listen to what?
Otherwise, all will eternally die from sin as we have learned.
I see. Abraham must be a good man to be given such a great mission.
God considered him righteous because of his faith in God. He trusted and obeyed him completely.
I will make you into a great nation. You will be a blessing to others.
Yes, I believe.
Abraham really believed and obeyed the promise of the kingdom of God. No wonder he is called the father of faith.
God promised to make Abraham the father of many tribes and to lead them to the promised land.
Look, there is the promised land. It is a good place for them to show all the world who God is.
Israel, the people of God, began from the 12 sons of Jacob, who was Abraham's grandson.
Through Joseph, God placed a family in Egypt so that they might multiply there, while those living in the promised land were judged for their sins.
God chooses Israel as his people. Israel is called to live as God's people, lifting up his name in the world. God promised a specific land for his chosen people.
During the 400 years of living in Egypt, the people of Israel grew very large. But after the death of Joseph, the people suffered much from slavery. The time had finally come.
Oh God, please help!
God called Moses to deliver the Israelites out of Egypt. Now go to Egypt for my people. It is time to take Israel out of Egypt to the land I promised. But the unbelieving king of Egypt, Pharaoh, did not let Israel go because he wanted to keep them as his slaves.
God says, "Let my people go, or you will be punished."
No way!
So God sent plagues to Egypt. After each plague, Pharaoh feared God. But soon after the plague left Egypt, his heart was hardened again as he prayed to his idols. As Pharaoh stayed stubborn, God sent the last and most dreadful plague of all. Slaughter the lambs to take some of the blood and put it on the sides and tops of the door frames of the houses. I will pass through Egypt and strike down every firstborn of both people and animals, and I will bring judgment on all the gods of Egypt. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. That night, the Israelites did what God told them. At midnight, the angel passed over the house with the blood on its doorframe, but struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, including the firstborn of livestock. The firstborn of Pharaoh was no exception.
I give up! Go! Leave with your people now! How foolish of him to wait until the last plague, even after experiencing God's determination to save his people.
The arrogance of the foolish leader led all his followers to be punished.
God commanded the Israelites to commemorate that day for generations to come. This is called the Passover. When the Israelites left Egypt, many others followed them. They also followed the God of Israel.
We want to come with you. We believe in your God.
Great, you are welcome to be with us.
God showed an amazing miracle when bringing the Israelites out of Egypt. He parted the Red Sea so that the people could cross. They were amazed to witness the God of Abraham, whom they had only heard about from past generations.